Hey, it's Jeff here, your YouTube reviewer of New England brews, and welcome back to NEBR, New England Beer Reviews. From the Kelsen Brewing Company of Derry, New Hampshire, comes their Vinatta. It's a Russian Imperial Stout, and it comes in with an alcohol by volume of 12.0% ABV. This is the first batch of what will be an annual batch. They only do this in limited batches. In fact, they only brewed about 1,000 bottles, and they sold out of all the bottles at the brewery. You will be able to get it in select stores in New Hampshire only, but each store is limited to one, maybe two cases of this beer. So it's a very limited edition, and hopefully, since it seems to be selling well, they'll bring it back next year. But for now, this is the only one. I was in Derry and Londonderry, New Hampshire on the first full day of spring, March 21st. I visited Kelsen and 3 other breweries that have all cropped up in that town over the last 2 years or so. I'm not sure why that area seems to be hopping with breweries, but they are. So I stopped by 603, I stopped by Rockingham Ale, and I also stopped by FTB, also known as From the Barrel, and checked out their tasting rooms, bought a couple of flights, and had a pretty good time. I actually met a couple of people. They followed me from brewery to brewery. I'm going to say hi to Mike, Patrick, and Becca, who seemed to show up everywhere I showed up. So I felt like I had a fan club going on, but that's probably not the case. But anyway, they may appreciate me mentioning that. But anyway, I'm going to get right into this beer. I was very humbled by these breweries because all 4 of the breweries knew who I was from my beer reviews. They appreciated the beer reviews that I do for them. And I think that it made me feel kind of nice that that they're having an impact on these new breweries, which I really think will be really exploding as time goes on. They told me the cap's on really snug on this thing, so it may take me a minute to get this off. I'll get the cage off. Let's see if I can get the cork off. That may take a moment. We shall see. All right. I'm gonna pop this one. Give it a pop here. Okie dokie. There we go. And there's the cork with grapes. Anyway, let's give it a pour and see what we get. I got to sample this, so I kind of already know what to expect. And I will tell you that, the sample I had on Saturday was delightful. I mean, it was delightful. So I'm looking forward to trying the full bottle here. So, taking a look at this. Well, a pretty heady beer. I'm serving it around 50 to 55 degrees. Pretty heady, as you can see, probably the way I poured it. You can see that there's this dark brown look to it, almost black. I'd say it's just about, pretty darn pitch black. And then the big tan head up top, fluffy and foamy. Aroma. Those nice roasted dark malts are in there. Getting a kind of a black licorice sort of character. Maybe a little of a prune sort of character. Picking up a little bit of booze. It is 12%. So I'm picking up a little bit of booze. I did actually ask the Kelsen folks if this is one that could be cellared, and a lot of stouts can be cellared. They said they think it could be cellared for up to 5 years, so that might be interesting to try it 5 years from now, but I only picked up 1 bottle and they're selling fast. So let's check out the taste. Body is warming. It's creamy. It's smooth and it's bold. It's a heavy, bold body. Creamy, smooth, as I said, and just warming all the way up and down my chest, down my throat, in my chest, and all the way throughout my body. I can just feel it going down there. It's just really sort of caressing the insides of me. It's probably more than you want to hear. And the taste on this is just wonderful. I mean, this is the way an Imperial Stout should be. Again, there's no coffee, there's no chocolate. A lot of stouts have a chocolate and coffee character. This one, it's completely out of the picture because you're picking up more of the roasted dark malts and this nice prune, dark fruit character that's sort of underneath it all. And, this black licorice kind of character as well that's in there. And there's a real good bitterness. The bitter bite kind of kicks in at the end. Now, I told you I noticed a bit of booze on the nose, but I'm not picking up any booze in the flavor. You pick it up on the nose a bit, but I'm not picking up any flavor of booze. But it is 12%, so I may not be tasting the booze, but I expect my head will feel the booze as soon as I'm finished this bottle, I'm guessing. So I'm probably drinking it way too fast, so I'm going to savor this one and drink it nice and slowly and enjoy it. But I gotta tell you, if you can find this one, you have to come to New Hampshire to get it. But if you can find this one and you get here end of March, 1st of April, it'll probably be pretty much sold out by second week in April, is my guess, the way they're selling now. And it'll only be available in a handful of stores. So if you can find this one, I would highly recommend you try to pick it up. This is from the Kelsen Brewing Company. They have won 4 medals in the last year and a half at 2 different beer fests. And so this is a company that's got really a really glowing future ahead, I think. But this is the Kelsen Vinatta Russian Imperial Stout from New Hampshire. So thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you again next time.